good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How you boys doing? This is Andy from Sudden Death TV. As always, how you all doing? Holy shit, we're finally here, guys. We're finally here. It's been a while. It's taken us a while to get here. We had to force people to play a lot of games 2 Sundays ago, I think it was. So 2 Sundays ago, we had to catch up and get all the way to the grand finals, and here we are. Here we are. Carapace and Milton against GT and Mur. The game to decide the entire tournament. After this, we can put close it out and be like, okay, look at how the tournament went and how it, how the teams did and so on, if they met expectations and whatever, But first, we got the grand finals. What do you think, guys? Carapace and Milton versus GT and Mur. Now, I've been thinking about this. Just before I went live, I actually talked to BPS, and he didn't really want to speculate. But I seriously wonder. I wonder myself about some of the maps, and I don't know who's gonna win. So for example, the only thing that I know is that I favor Carapace and Milton on DM4. That's the only thing that I know that I do. Like, I favor them on that map. That doesn't mean that they're gonna win the map, but that's what I think is gonna happen. The other 4 maps, no freaking clue. I think that GT and Mur, they're gonna pick DM6 and CT and DM3. Perhaps Airwalk instead of CT and DM3, but they'll definitely be the ones picking DM6. I know that Milton and Carapace are gonna start off with DM4. It's the only thing that makes sense. And after that, I'm not sure. I don't know. 3-2 to Team Brazil. Divine QuakeWorld believes. Well, I'm gonna say... Oh shit, I actually don't know. Let's do a poll, right? Let's do a poll. Let me fix this. We're doing a poll. Who wins? Team Brazil. Team Europe. Let's do it for 10 minutes. All right, make sure to check your chats and vote. Vote who you think is gonna win this. It's gonna be at the top of your chat windows. Anyone can vote. Just wow, it's already super close. Holy shit. The day has come indeed, Brolin. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, everyone. Yeah, we're gonna have an amazing day today. I believe. Just to be sure, I'm already gonna keep track of the servers so I don't miss anything. I see GT and Mur warming up. Trying to find Milton and Carapace if they're warming up somewhere as well. Can't see them on any servers. Maybe they're doing some private stuff, which may sound very weird, but maybe they're preparing in secret. Yo, how you doing, Circle? Alright, Team Europe is actually ahead a little bit on the votings. 61% to 39% for Team Brazil. But guys, tell your friends, get them on the stream. This is gonna be the last game of the 2-on-2 Masters. Let's have a look at what we've gone through in this tournament. Money for nothing and Gibbs for free. Let's take a look. So it all started out, right? We had this message and this announcement from Glad that this tournament was gonna happen. It was announced like right after the Sudden Death Cup 1, or during the Sudden Death Cup 1, right? It was announced, and people were like, what? A $6,500 tournament out of nowhere? And we were like, amazing. First, there were some questions about the sponsor of the tournament, but, you know, Glad showed proof of the account, and the money was there, and everything's fine. And we were like, oh my god, that's awesome. That's awesome. And a lot of teams signed up, of course, as always. We had some really amazing games in this tournament as well. Milton and Carapace kind of went through the start of the tournament pretty easy. They weren't really challenged. They didn't lose any maps. Up until the game against BPS and Locust. This was a real test for Milton and Carapace. And they lost the Airwalk and the CTN DM3 against BPS and Locust. And then they won the decider on DM6, which was also a little bit controversial, if you guys remember. Because yeah, Milton lagged out and they restarted the game. They replayed the game, which I think was the biggest mistake. They never should have done that. They shouldn't have replayed it. They should have paused and then kept going once Milton was back. But they didn't. They replayed the game, and I think that was a mistake. But yeah, Milton and Carapace, of course, from there moved on to the grand finals. Then let's have a look at GT and Mer, what they did. So they also had a pretty easy start, winning all the maps against all the teams up until they hit BPS and Locust. Let's have a look at this game. Now, they lost DM4, Airwalk, and CTN against all three of those against BPS and Locust. They won the DM6, which is cool, and which is also why I do believe that they're gonna pick DM6 tonight. However, they probably expected to win CTN DM3, which they didn't, and therefore they lost 3-1. It is very possible that we're looking at a similar outcome in this game, because I think the pick order is going to be the same as well. But that's just my guess, right? And then in the lower bracket, they easily swept Mazer and Henu to face Blood Dog and Bogo Joker. And this was also a very close game, where they lost Airwalk yet again and CTN DM3. But somehow they managed to win DM4. I guess Blood Dog and Bogo Joker are not that experienced on DM4 either, but yeah, you know, still. They won DM6. That was their first map pick as well. This was a smart map pick, picking DM4 as the second map. I would even pick it at first, but yeah. And then they won the decider on DM2. This was a very close game. The VOD of this was uploaded just yesterday, I think. So you can always check out the YouTube and check this game. It was amazing. It was a great game. I'm not sure. Oh, right. I need to add the VOD to the wiki whenever I get the chance, since it was just uploaded. Then GT and Mer went up against BPS and Locust yet again in this little controversial game. Yet another controversial game, but you know, those happen. It creates some hype as well when things get a little bit controversial. It's okay when it happens, right? It is okay. But yeah, this was a little bit of a laggy game, or something was off. And BPS and Locust weren't happy about it. They had to wait for the game. But then again, GT and Mer had played, I think, 3 series in a row right before this game. So yeah, you can turn it whichever way you want. But it was a little bit controversial, right? But they did end up winning 3-1 to make it to the grand finals, and this is where we are right now. So that was a brief little walkthrough of how this tournament has gone thus far, and I do see them on a server. So let's start. This music is not what I want to listen to. Get away. Thank you. All right, let me get on the server and see where we're at. Perfectly timed for exactly 9 o'clock. What's the official ruling about the double elimination now? There was some discussion about having only one round of best of 5. The GTNmer have to win 2 games or 2 series or only one? That is a very good question. That, you know, you'd expect me to know who's the broadcaster, but I actually don't. I'm gonna ask them. I'd like to see this as well. I realized that was probably pretty confusing. Alright, so it is 2 times best of 5 if they win. Okay. Important to know. The pings are even, around 133, 130. And Carapace is gonna admin up, just in case we have another pause situation. We don't want the same kind of controversy. Let me also fix the scores here, because Brazil and Unholy Alliance 0. Boom. So it's gonna say, there we go. It's gonna say best of 5 number 1 because it's the first one, right? And we might get to see 2, possibly. All right. Just following the chat a little bit. We have, of course, have the regular Brazilians cheering their countrymen on, GT and Mer. They always get very, very vocal whenever a Brazilian team plays. Sorry. Looking at the votes, by the way, Team Brazil, 39%, and that's the end of that. Team Europe, 61%. Give me 1 second, I need to prepare with water, and then let's get this show on the road. Give me 1 second. Right. Woo. They're still talking a little bit, I think. Okay, they're waiting for Milton to go ready. All right. Good luck, friends. Have fun. Team GT for some reason. But yeah, I'm gonna call them the Brazilians. My prediction. I predict Milton and Carapace to win DM4. Apart from DM4, I don't really know. But let's throw something out there. 3-1 for Milton and Carapace. Just, yeah. I know that they have a secure win on this map. So, map number 1. Here we go. It's gonna be DM4, and it's, of course, the pick of Milton and Carapace. As we see Milton spawn red armor, that is something we've seen in the past as well. He's gonna establish a little bit of early control on this map, and probably aim to... Oh, actually, he's gonna drop down. I thought he was gonna go immediately for the second red armor, but he's gonna wait. That actually allows GT to pick it up, but he's not gonna make it out there alive on his own. He's gonna have to coordinate his exits from the armor room together with his teammate. That's the only way to survive pretty much on this map. As we see Mur for a little bit here, he's gonna wait for the next red. It's important on DM4 to not put too much emphasis on the red armor. It is more important to have positional control of the map. As you can see, Mur went down with that red armor against an unarmored teammate pretty much, or enemy, excuse me. Milton has grabbed a yellow armor, but he lacks a little bit of HP, so he's probably gonna make his way over. Oh, that's a perfect spawn. Milton is gonna suicide as he fired a rocket onto that red armor. And yeah, we see a little bit chaotic start to this game, as is usually the case on DM4. We're gonna swap around a lot as people go down and die. It's usually what happens, of course, on this map. That's a smart play, actually. Oh, no, you gotta be kidding me. So Mur actually got the red armor. They let GT escape through the teleporter. This is smart, because that's gonna steal attention from the opposing team, right? But then GT died, which was to be expected. That was kind of the purpose. GT dies and it allows Mur to survive and live. Of course, that did not happen. Instead, GT respawned and telefragged his teammate, who had a full red armor. Another telefrag by GT, this time on an enemy. Milton is gonna get team killed. Telefrag. Sorry, I'm messing up a lot of words right now. I'm too excited about this game, you know? GT with a red armor, and he's made his way over to the lightning gun and kept all of that red, actually. Barely taking any damage, but just as I say that, he eats a ton of damage. Has to refill on a yellow armor, but they're doing pretty well here. They're only down 8 frags. 7 frags. Early on in this DM4, and they're making it back here. Actually within 3 frags now, 2 frags. So this is a really good comeback by the Brazilians early on in this DM4. Of course, we still have 7 minutes to play. But this is the map that I said that this is a secure win for Milton and Carapace, but perhaps I spoke too quickly. We'll have to see, though. GT trying to protect this lightning gun. Still has a bit of red armor, and Milton and Carapace are gonna stay and stick around in the armor room for a little bit. Then Carapace left with a red armor and went down immediately. Milton, on the other hand, managed to survive and pick himself up a lightning gun. He is gonna kill GT as they exchange frags and try to get control over the lightning gun. GT with a spawn, by the way. He spawned the red armor, so that's another armor for the Brazilians. But we get to see Milton is gonna try to time this yellow armor. It spawns right before the red, by the way. He's not even gonna pick up the yellow. He's gonna go straight for the red. He's gonna signal to his teammate that the yellow is available. So Carapace is gonna show up and go for that armor, and then he's gonna get telefragged by GT. So that yellow armor was not used for anything. But they're back in a pretty good situation on this DM4. The unholy alliances. 36-26. So yeah, this is where you can tell the big difference. They're very quick to establish a good control and get a lot of spawn frags. Whenever they do get control, that always turns into just a bunch of spawn frags. As the Brazilians try to exit wherever they spawn, they kind of throw their bodies at the lightning gun. And if you do that too much, that results in too many frags given away. So you want to be careful. Sometimes, oh my god, that's unfortunate. Murray's gonna kill both himself and GT. No, but you kind of have to throw your body onto the lightning gun to get control back of that area sooner or later, right? But you have to do it in a good fashion together with your teammate. You have to make sure that every time you spawn, you need to do something with that spawn, whether it's dealing a little bit of damage with a boomstick, or whether it's you know, stealing an armor. Whatever you do, make every spawn count. And that's a mindset that you should have in every mode in QuakeWorld, whether it's duel, 2-on-2, or 4-on-4. Always have the mindset that you need to do something with every spawn. Even if it means that you're gonna die at the end of it and not get a kill, get something done. Something has to be done with your life. If you just give away a free spawn frag, that's not gonna help you. But, once again, a small comeback, by the way, by the Brazilians, as we see GT go down twice to Milton. Once with a telefrag, and Milton already had a yellow, but he's gonna pick up the red armor and get even stronger. Who just barely wins that fight against GT. He was very close to losing that. 57-46. It's a pretty even game here. GT 29 frags against Merce 17. And if you can, yeah, you can see here Milton and Carapace trying to time the exit at the same time. And this is perfect, actually. Carapace has the red armor, and both GT and Mur, they were focusing on Milton. Milton had a yellow, so he still had to die, but the red armor could do whatever he wanted without even taking damage. So that was perfect play by Carapace and Milton. That is exactly how you need to exit and get to the lightning gun area of this map. Good coordination, and they had the Brazilians fooled. The Brazilians were aiming at the wrong target, and it cost them the control of the map. And as you can see, Carapace hasn't died since that moment. He's picked up one more red armor since then, and yeah, he still hasn't died. So that really worked out for Milton and Carapace. And as you can see, they now have the lead 73-46. And Carapace spending that much time over at the lightning gun with that red armor, the remains of that red armor, allowed Milton to get another red armor as well. So they kind of cycled it. One of them gets an armor, the other one protects the lightning gun, and then, you know, just around the time when Carapace died, Milton already had a red armor, so he could take over and keep the area safe again. Yeah, so the Brazilians definitely were fighting back in the middle of this game, but now they've, you know, they're down double the score. And as you can see here from GT, like, this is what I would call unnecessary deaths. When you die and you don't deal any damage, like, you're not making that life count. Imagine you had like limited lives in QuakeWorld or something, and then you're kind of forced to make every single life count. That's the best way to describe it, right? Look, you need to make everything count every single time you spawn. Even if it's just a couple of boomsticks. It's still good enough. 107-47, and yeah, this is just beautiful control by Milton and Carapace. And GT and Mur are just dying left and right whenever they try to get even close to this lightning gun. And trust me, this map is hard to play without a lightning gun. We get to see a Milton here for an extended period of time. That's a red armor spawn for GT, but he's gonna go down. It's a very short-lived red armor, but as you can see, there is no coordination on GT and Mur right now. I think, well, they probably gave up this map, and now they're just, yeah, not doing anything, really. And that's gonna be map number 1, 15 seconds. Kind of went the way I expected, but really nice, you know, fight back from the Brazilians in the middle of this game, in the middle part. But then in the last 5 minutes or so, I don't think they've gotten 10 frags even. So your final score, 130 to 46 on DM4. That's map number 1, and it's a win for the Unholy Alliance, Milton and Carapace. Let me update the scores. There we go. 1-0, and I would expect us to go into DM6, and that's exactly what we're doing. DM6 it is. That's map number 2. And if you are curious about the brackets or anything, you can type !brackets in the chat, and the bot will respond with the link to the brackets. You can also type !Discord for a direct invite to the Sudden Death TV Discord to stay updated with the streams and when they're gonna happen, what games are gonna be on air. To never miss a thing, especially not the big games, the very big games. As we see a lot of Brazilians take over the chat. Like I said, this is what usually happens. The Brazilian scene is very vocal, and they're very funny. Some hilarious dudes. They're very vocal about their support for GT and Mer. Bora Bora. Indeed. Brazil will take DM6. Dagolizer says. Yeah, this is one of the maps that I expect a very close one on. Milton and Carapace are not bad on this, but GT and Mer are just extremely good. Let's see if they can have some fun on this map. Milton is gonna get the Mega Spawn, but he's gonna get Telefrag. Carapace gets the first red armor. Now this is important. What we see next is gonna decide a lot of frags. So who's gonna get this first lightning gun is of course what I'm talking about. Carapace is gonna get it with that red armor. Let's see if he can survive though. GT is coming in, he's firing rockets left and right, and Carapace is just gonna survive with 8 HP. Just barely surviving with that lightning gun. He's gonna kill his teammate and almost kill himself. Down to 5 HP this time, but he's just barely gonna survive. 30 HP now, but with a full red armor. And he's gonna restack a little bit. And he's in good control of this map right now. He's taking a lot of damage from Mer though, down to 22 HP. Carapace is so close to dying all the time here. Oh my god, and Mer is gonna get the kill with the boomstick. The boomstick is gonna kill Carapace. He was too low to eat a full boomstick, and there you go. The first red armor was killed, and the first lightning gun. Good job by GT and Mer to bring him down low enough to be able to get that kill. Milton also lost his red armor, but Carapace comes in and cleans up the red armor room, allowing Milton to get the next red. Nice denial. Of course, this map is also so much about the lightning gun. You really want to make sure that the enemy team doesn't get the lightning gun, as it is such just a powerful weapon in this game. So you will spend a lot of time out in that big room to try to make sure that the enemy team doesn't get it. Because to get the lightning gun on DM6 is a whole procedure. You need to shoot that little hatch down there. You have to wait for it to open, and then you can drop down, and then you have to make a move through the teleporter, making yourself or opening yourself up to spam rockets and so on. So it's not that easy to get a lightning gun on this map unless you are in control. 17-8 as we see Carapace and Milton getting some control here. Carapace doesn't have any armor, but he seems to be looking to get that mega. He is gonna go down to GT though, so Carapace is reset. But Milton is looking good over here. He's gonna be attacked by Mer, but he's gonna kill both of them, securing that red for his teammate, and Carapace now has a red. Milton is most likely gonna stick around here and just wait for the next spawn. It's gonna spawn in 10 seconds, and his only mission is to just try and keep this area safe, while Carapace goes on a run on the other side of the map. 23-9. Nice attack here by Murray. He had found himself a lightning gun, but it wasn't quite enough to win the fight. Of course, Milton with a red armor. Oh my god, that's beautiful by GT. But he is going to go down to Carapace right after that. Murray comes in, and the red armor is about to spawn, and Murray's going to pick it up. Mur now with the red armor, and he's trying to defend this area against both the enemy the enemy players while GT was keeping track of the Mega. So Mega went to GT. He still has it. He's just barely gonna lose it now and also lose that fight. That is unfortunate for GT. Let's see what happened. Actually, that red armor was also killed immediately. So we have a complete mayhem here. No control either direction. But Milton does have a rocket launcher, but that's it. Carapace comes in with the green. Alright, so Milton is going to be able to pick the red armor up. He was also given, he was donated a freaking lightning gun by the Brazilians. So he doesn't even have to make the drop for that lightning gun. Here you see that shaky Milton shaft, but for some reason it works. I've never understood it, but it works. Red armor is gonna go to Carapace, and he's gonna be the one trying to get some frags. Now we're still on Milton, by the way, because he hasn't died, so we're still spectating him for a little bit, but he's probably just gonna wait here for the next red and play it safe. 46 to 21. 6 minutes remaining of the game. The Brazilians need to get some red armor control. Full red armors on both Carapace and Milton for a little bit there. Milton's still looking healthy here. Carapace a little bit more hurt, but still a very good situation for the Finn and the Swede. 52 to 22. The Brazilians really need to get some red armor control here, and they're gonna try this time. They're gonna bring down Milton. GT hits the rocket, that mid-air forced rocket, but Carapace comes in to save the day just as the red is about to spawn. He's even gonna leave it for his teammate because Carapace has the Mega, which means that there's almost... Oh, actually GT managed to pick up the red. I even missed that. Milton did not get the red. GT did, but then Carapace with a perfect fight. He didn't actually take any damage in that entire fight. He killed both the enemy players without taking a single hit. 59 to 25. Oh, Carapace is gonna go down to Mur. He did get a kill on GT. Let's see if Milton can repair. Well, he didn't even have to because Carapace won his fight on the other side. So they're doing pretty well here. The Europeans are. Oh, good kill by Mur. He found himself a lightning gun and made his way over. The red is still far away though. 10 seconds, and I'm sure he's gonna be attacked before then. GT is firing at his teammate. That is the wrong target. But they are gonna be able to get this red at least. And Mur is gonna win a fight against two enemy players with 12 HP. All they needed to do was boomstick him once. Of course, they cannot know that. So this is their opportunity. 4 minutes, and they have about 33 frags to make up. Ooh, Mur once again down to only 6 HP. Takes but 1 or 2 boomsticks. 2 boomsticks now to kill him. And he is gonna go down. He did pick up the red armor before that. But where is GT? GT is over at the GL. Carapace is behind you. Okay, GT is gonna move back and win the fight. He still has a little bit of red armor. He's gonna be put under pressure by Carapace, but he survives that. Red armor is gonna be picked up by GT, as he's gonna have to try and find a few frags here. This is not over yet, but they need to be finding the frags. I don't know how Carapace and Milton are gonna play this. Maybe they will play this defensive style over in the green armor room, and it looks like they are. GT is moving in for a brief attack, but he's gonna be forced away for a little bit as he's down to 44 red armor. He's gonna have to restock on that while Mur tries to attack. So we are seeing that defensive game from the Unholy Alliance. Milton and Carapace not making a move on the red armor whatsoever. They are sticking back to the green armor and the mega room. They're gonna team kill each other with a team telefrag, and GT is gonna come in and get a frag, and then rocket jump after Milton to try and gain those frags that they need. GT is probably gonna stay on this side. If I know him well enough, he's gonna stay here and just hunt frags. He's not even gonna bother with the red armor, I don't think, unless he absolutely has to, or if he gets a good opportunity like now. But once he makes it over to the Mega Room or the Green Armor Room, he's probably gonna stay there. I don't know if this is too early for Milton and Carapace to start essentially hiding. Maybe not hiding, but you can see how the game has slowed down. They've slowed down the game so much. And here comes the attack from GT. He's gonna win the first one. He's gonna get spammed down by Milton though, and that's a lightning gun pack for his teammates. So Carapace is gonna have a lightning gun. They still don't have any armors whatsoever. Milton does have the Mega, but no green armor even. Well, Milton is gonna pick up the green armor now, but he's gonna be up against a red armor from Mur. But Mur is gonna get pinned by that lightning gun of Carapace. So that lightning gun that GT left for Carapace is gonna pin Mur and kill him. However, they do get a double kill after that. So GT once again back in control of this red armor, but he only has 2 cells, so he barely has a lightning gun, to be honest. And 2 rockets and 2 cells. He has no ammo. He needs the ammo. Yeah, he's like, Mur, you have to attack there. Actually, those 2 cells were enough to kill Carapace. But now he's completely out. He doesn't have any form of ammo whatsoever. He can't attack without ammo. There are no rockets spawned there. He's gonna have to use his boomstick. He's using his boomstick against Milton, and it's not gonna work. And finally, he's gonna find himself 5 rockets. That's something at least. But it's still no lightning gun cells, and now he's out again. He doesn't have, he's gonna use this super nail gun. 70 to 51. And he's gonna get a kill with the super nail gun, but that's not gonna work the entire game. And he only has 35 more seconds to work. So, work with. So, yeah. That is very unfortunate for GT, just running out of ammo. As Milton did find himself a red armor during all that chaos we saw from GT. Of course, they have to kind of let go of that red armor control in order to try and find frags. But that did mean that Milton did find himself a red armor, and now he can just basically stay here. Well, he's gonna exit because we only have 10 seconds left. The Unholy Alliance are gonna take a 2-0 lead, and they will have the next map pick, and that will be tournament point. They will be on tournament point. Let's see what they go for. 2-0 for the Unholy Alliance, and we are going into what? Let's see. We are going into DM2. We're going into DM2, boys, and we've broken 200 viewers. Welcome to the stream, guys. This is the 2-on-2 Masters Grand Finals between the Brazilian team GT and Mur against the Finnish player Milton and the Swedish player Carapace. They have history because Sudden Death has housed Carapace for multiple years, and TVS, the Finnish clan, has housed Milton for a lot of years. And in many tournaments, EQLs and so on, they've been up against one another, but on different teams. This time, they're teaming up together and formed the Unholy Alliance to play in this tournament and other 2-on-2 tournaments on the side as well. And we've reached the grand finals, where the Brazilian team will have to win. What is it now? They need to win 3 maps in a row to force a second best of 5. So they are definitely on the ropes here. This is gonna be tournament points for Carapace and Milton. Let's see if they can close it out on DM2. Or if we're going into map number 4. If you want to check the entire history of this tournament when it comes to all the matchups and the entire bracket, type !brackets in the chat, and the bot will respond to you and give you a link to the tournament bracket. You can also type !Discord to get the an invite to the Sudden Death TV Discord. You will get updates about all upcoming streams. But here we go, map number 3. It is not 4. Map number 3 on DM2. This is tournament point for Milton and Carapace. 3, 2, 1. And here we go. Murray's gonna get the water spawn. GT's gonna get the low spawn. I did hear someone spawn Telly, so he could potentially make it first, but he's not. Milton is gonna hit that strafe jump, or circle jump rather, to make it over. But he is gonna go down immediately, so they're still tied. But he did steal that quad. If you spawn Telly, you will make it to the quad before the low RL guy. However, you need to hit the bunny hopping to get there. If you make a mistake, you will most likely just be killed by the quad. But yeah, an early lead here for Carapace and Milton. 5-0, 6-0. As we see GT exit the telly and win the fight against Carapace. But they are trying to establish some kind of control here. But Milton is alone in that because Carapace did go down. He's going to get the secret red armor though. So they both have a red now. I imagine both teams are just getting ready for this next quad. Milton is going to pick up the Mega. And let's see who can secure themselves this quad number 2. This is the first map that we play with that has a quad, by the way. And it is going to be Milton who picks it up. Let's see if he can work some of that Milton magic when it comes to quad running. He is by far, or yeah, okay, that's an exaggeration. He is one of the absolute best players when it comes to dealing with a quad run. And as I say that, I almost curse him. He almost killed his teammate. Oh my god, he found GT. Hiding out, trying to avoid the quad. This is a good fight by Mur, by the way. He's gonna win this. He's gonna lose most of his red armor, but that's perfectly fine as long as you win the fight. Carapace is gonna take down GT on the other side of things, though. And the Brazilians need to find themselves a quad here. GT needs to help Mur as he attempts to grab this quad. It's gonna spawn in 7 seconds. He's alone in this fight against both Carapace and Milton. Let's see how he deals with it. GT comes in, but it's gonna be Carapace who picks up the quad. He's gonna get an immediate double kill on both GT and Mur as they try to attack him. He doesn't have any armor though. But Milton is at the low rocket launcher, keeping that safe. And in the backroom, red Mega, keeping those items away from the Brazilians. And that is so important. There's nowhere they can go. They cannot go anywhere to get a free rocket launcher because they're controlling both of them. And they're gonna help each other. Beautiful play by Carapace and Milton to pretty much force a kill on that guy in secret. Carapace under pressure here though from GT. He's just barely gonna win this fight. He's gonna pick up this yellow and he's in a pretty good shape to get this next quad. However, he's gonna be up against Carapace. He has a red armor in the back room. He's gonna make it too big now. I know that he's gonna come from that direction and try to attack here. Milton also took down Mur, so GT is gonna be all alone. He's gonna pick up the quad, however. He gets the first frag on Carapace. He's gonna lag on the wall a little bit. That is one of the common things you can do in QuakeWorld. As he picks up a Mega, but once again, Mur is dying on the other side of things. And he's not getting much out of this quad. He's gonna waste a lot of time trying to get an armor. And now he has to find the enemies. He's gonna find Milton, but not hit the shot. They're trying. Yeah, he got nothing out of that quad. He got 1 kill on Carapace, and that was it. Mur and Milton are gonna trade 1 frag each. Actually, GT got the Brazilian frag, but Mur did go down before that. 26-7. Still 6 minutes to go though. Let's see if GT can get the drop on his opponents. He's gonna win the first fight. Probably not the second though against... Oh my god, Carapace is gonna squish him. So he's gonna get squished. You don't see that every day on this level. But nice play. And Mur is getting ready for the quad. He wants to give it to GT by the looks of things, but he's gonna be forced to pick it up himself. So we get to see a Mur quad run this time. Trying to play this safe, making sure that nobody's in the secret red armor room. Let's see if he can find anything with this quad run. So far, nothing. And this time, GT is the one to go down on the other side of the map. Milton and Carapace just aren't dying to quads. This is just a... Oh my god, and Murray's gonna kill his teammate instead. Oh no, and then he gets telefragged by his teammate. Oh no, this just cannot happen for the Brazilians. GT is gonna team kill the quad, his quad teammate. And Milton and Carapace are looking good for this next quad. Mur has a red and a Mega. He's gonna have to do this attack pretty much on his own. GT doesn't have anything, and Mur is gonna go down to the spam from Milton. GT coming in and actually dealing some damage to Milton. Milton is down to 36 HP, but he's still alive, and he's gonna get a couple more frags here. Oh my god, this is not looking good for the Brazilians, guys. We may be looking at the last 4.5 minutes of the tournament life of these Brazilians. So it's such a clear difference. When Milton has the quad, he's finding the frags. Carapace is getting frags on the other side of the map. Milton is getting frags on this side of the map. Look at this. They're controlling the map. This is a 2 versus 2 map lock. This is what a map lock looks like in 2-on-2. This is something that the Brazilians did not manage to do with their quad runs. They didn't get the kills. They didn't find the kills. They did have the quad, but they couldn't find any enemies to kill. And they didn't establish any type of control, any form of control of the map. They were chasing and chasing, but nothing. Milton is gonna pick up yet another quad. We still have 3 more quads to go in this game, but with a score of 3-8, I mean, this is when most people would call this over already. And especially when you're in the situation where the Unholy Alliance actually has a map lock in 2-on-2, a 2-on-2 map lock. Milton is gonna make his way over to the water area now, which should allow Mer and GT to get the back room. But what are they gonna do with that? They didn't even manage to get a rocket launcher out of that armor. Carapace and Milton just looking way too strong on DM2, and they did manage to win the DM6 as well and the DM4. We haven't even played CTN or Aerowalk, so we've stuck to the old 3, the big 3. 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Murray's gonna steal the quad. Nice job, actually. He's gonna find the kill onto both of them, actually. He gets a double kill. This is what they needed 5 minutes ago. Ooh, just barely dodged that rocket. That's some Matrix shit. Finds himself another kill. However, GT did go down on the other side of the map. So they're kind of trading score. But this is a very decent quad run by Mer. But is it too little too late, though? Oh, Murray's gonna... Oh, no, yet again. Die to GT. GT has a couple of team kills in this game. So we see Milton on 34 kills, Carapace on 30, Mer on 7, 8, and GT on 4. GT with a couple of team telefrags. Milton is gonna pick up the quad, but it does go down. See a little bit of lag, I can tell. One minute and 15 seconds remaining. I'm fairly certain, and I think that it's safe to say at this point that Milton and Carapace just proved a little bit too difficult for the Brazilians. They made it all the way from the start of this tournament to the grand finals. On the way, they had to beat a lot of good teams. They were knocked down into the losers bracket by Team Aeronauts, consisting of BPS and Locust. They managed to knock them down into the losers bracket, so they had to fight Macer and Henu, I believe it was. They managed to win that in a very easy fashion. Then they went up against BPS and Locust again, and they managed to get the revenge, beating BPS and Locust 3-1 to advance to the grand finals. But Milton and Carapace remain the kings of QuakeWorld, the undisputed best players in this game right now. As we see the last 3 seconds of this tournament come to a close, GG, Milton and Carapace are your champions in the 2-on-2 Masters, and they earned themselves a hefty $3,000 for that first place finish. So we see the scoreline 80-15, 42 frags for Milton, 38 for Carapace, and neither Mer nor GT could break the 2 digits in frags. Congratulations to the Unholy Alliance winning this 3-0. I did say 3-1, but I was wrong. I want to see if I can get an interview with both of these players, Milton and Carapace. Let me see if I can reach out to them. That would be cool. Milton, Carapace. Do you want interview? My dudes? Do you want to hear what they have to say after this tournament and this performance? A lot of interest in this game, of course, but Milton and Carapace did prove to be a number 2 strong for GT and Mer. GT and Mer had an amazing tournament run, though. Losing to Milton and Carapace is absolutely okay. They are the 2 best players in this game. I'm trying to get an interview with these guys. Trying to get a hold of them. To see if I can get some words. In the meantime, I also want to start some music. The Unholy Alliance players really at another level. Yes, I agree. They play this game so well, and they have been practicing lately and practicing together, so their team play is on point as well. Let me see if I can get their attention. It would be fun to hear what they have to say about this this tournament and any, you know, closing words. As we close out this entire tournament, we have the final standings. Let me go through them quickly for you. In first place, Carapace and Milton, the Unholy Alliance. They win $3,000 US. Second place, GT and Mer, $1,500 for them. In third, we have BPS and Locust, Team Aeronauts. They did manage to take the third place after beating, or getting knocked out rather, by GT and Mer. In the fourth place, we have Blood Dog and Bogo Joker also having a very good run in this tournament. And tied for 5th and 6th, we have Dot and Bulat, as well as Macer and Henu. Of course, Blood Dog and Bogo Joker in that 4th place, they earned $500, and the 5th and the 6th team did get $250. Okay, they are agreeing to an interview, a quick interview. So let's have a chat with them. Let's change away from Quake for now.